The Refreshing Recess program was helpful to me because it gave me ideas.
It just encouraged us to implement games that we could give them the opportunity to take over and work with each other to play.
We interact with the children on a daily basis, but to actually have a set activity, giving us something to actually do with the children.
I definitely noticed students interacting with each other.
They got along well. They had fun. They liked doing something new.
To get involved and play a game or do an activity with other friends. The OT gives us different avenues we can explore.
Breathed some new life into what we're doing, gave us some new ideas.
And our OT, she might even know information about some kids that we don't generally know. And so that she could pick that out, and she could, open our eyes to different kids who needed some special inclusion or to get those kids involved.
It's such a short time, but it's such an important time for them that they need to have that opportunity.
Hi, my name is Sandy. I'm the occupational therapist at Hudson Schools, where we've implemented the Refreshing Recess program.
My name is Lori Doxey, and I'm an occupational therapist at Ellsworth Hill Elementary in Hudson, Ohio.
The purpose of the program is to create a recess environment that helps all the students participate and enjoy activities that they can socialize and work together in. Well, my role is mainly to support the recess supervisors by providing them fun activities and information on how kids can interact in a positive way during recess. Also supporting them in the way of making things inclusive of all students with or without disabilities.
We have already been able to foster some relationships between some of the typical kids and some of the kids with special needs. And that put those students in a different light for the typical students.
I think the activities actually made it more inclusive, that they would bring other students in that they wouldn't normally have played with, because a variety of students would be interested in the new activity.
I was able to see the kids learning to work together. I saw a lot of kids that don't normally interact with other kids or play by themselves, and they would get excited about some of the activities we were doing and get involved.
Also, as an OT, we found that there were students that really benefited from the social skills, the movement, the sensory activities. There was a student in a classroom that is not on my caseload who has been having some difficulty in the classroom with, he's really a sensory seeker is what we would label him as. His biggest thing at recess was chasing kids around with a stick that he found, and that was not going over very well socially for him. So when he was able to participate in fun activities and cooperative activities, I think it changed a lot in his world, his social circles, and also in the classroom.
There was one student that used to go out to recess and simply stand at the spot that he was going to have to line up in when recess was over. That's where he stood the entire recess. Every week that we were out there, we got him involved, even if it was just for 5 minutes. And now he no longer stands in that same spot for all of recess. The recess supervisors had mentioned that the kids were getting along better when we were doing the activities.
What they found and what we found is, number one, there was less injuries because kids were involved with a safe and fun activity.
So once we started these activities and they saw how much more involved the children were, they started coming up with ideas on their own. And I can see that I can be a resource to them. I can see that they can be a resource for me and tell me what kind of things they're seeing. And if I can get them more games and more equipment and they can borrow some of my stuff, they're going to be able to do a lot more activities and have a lot more occupation during recess time.